Cause I don't even like to call myself a page. It's more of like a world. But it was like one email that like kind of changed the whole landscape of iBreatheMusic. It was I want to film actual movies. I want to put together a whole music festival. Like I'm gonna do those things. Not even want to. I'm gonna do those things. I didn't even envision it how it is right now. It kind of just came about. I just gotta credit God for doing that. But then again, it finds me. Like somehow I be like, oh snap, this is cold. And then I look back at the DM, I'm like, oh, they send me it. YouTube is your best friend for finding new music. Okay. They always have the most fire music videos that will randomly pop up. This year feels like it's the year of execution. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the Soundcentric Podcast. I am your host, Adam Dash, and today I am joined by a man who is running one of the best music discovery pages, who also came out with an album that I was just listening to for the past 3 hours, and the beats are actually incredible, bro. They're insane.
I appreciate it.
He's got over 230K on TikTok, over 360,000 on Insta. Can you please donate me some? His new album, Mi Amor Por Vida, over 100K streaming. Congratulations on that. He runs the page IBreatheMusicAllDay. RJ Powell, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Adam. Big money.
No, of course, bro. I was just telling you off camera, you put me on to so much music because there's so many great pages these days. Elsie does great with music discovery, Annabelle and That Good Shit does amazing stuff. And you'll do like 12 straight slides that people have never heard before, and like 4 get added into the rotation. And what sparks your curiosity to keep going up with music discovery? It's a lot easier just to keep listening to what you already know.
Yeah, I just like discovering new things, man. Like trying out new things. I feel like that's with life in general, just experiencing new experiences. And when it comes to music, just diving into different communities and different people. Cause I'm more of a people person. I like to get to know them. And like for this year specifically, man, I was like, man, I want to be more intentional in the way that I approach people and stuff like that. So that kind of, reels into my process of like finding new music, because it's that curiosity of not only the music but the person themselves and what they got going on. And I've met a lot of great people who are music artists that I discovered, and some of them I even became friends with, like lifelong friends with from that process. So it's just beautiful to find new people in general.
Yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things about hip-hop. It works for all genres, but hip-hop specifically, since it's so lyrics-based, that you're hearing from these different perspectives that otherwise you would never really hear about unless you were watching, like a Vice documentary on YouTube. And
Exactly.
that's what I've always appreciated most about hip-hop, was like learning about these different things. And now it's grown so much that we're getting amazing Latin artists. I saw some German guys on my TikTok the other day. I was like, damn, I don't know what they're saying, but it was good.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I just posted Igwe Aka. He's a Nigerian artist, and that is so tough. Like, I've been heard his music, but I haven't heard him with his Nigerian language, actually rapping in that bag, bro. And it's just beautiful to see, like, hip-hop has taken over the world. Like, you see so many different cultures coming together. And even though we don't understand what they're saying, we could still like connect in that type of way. You know what I mean, man? So,
yeah. I mean, beautiful. I just had Gabe P on the podcast, and I feel like On the Radar has done a really good job with. I mean, what other freestyle show is like traveling to different places? And I thought that was such a cool thing that he was changing. Like, I grew up listening to what's the guy's name in England who does the freestyle show?
You talking about
Tim Westwood? Like,
Tim
seeing
Westwood.
that guy, or like Zane Lowe even on Apple Music. But I mean, there's more than just England now. But there's all these different platforms that are exposing people. So I appreciate that from you. Is there anyone that you can say you are so proud? You're like, I found that person first. That was me.
I feel like for me, it's not even hip hop, but Nolly. I found Nolly. I was like one of the first people to actually find her, and kind of, I wouldn't even credit for blowing her up, but after that, sky was the limit. Now she's touring with Jordan Ward and doing some crazy stuff. So that's like one of the
Jordan album this month. It might be out by the time this comes out, but I am.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a lot of new music coming out. Like we got Rocky coming out Friday. Cole just announced Bruno Mars, and I feel like the underground is taking over. Got a lot of new albums from them, so I'm just excited for music in general. This year, cause last year was crazy, so this year is gonna be be more crazier.
Well, let's get into the biggest one you said, and that's I'm saying that biasly as I'm wearing my Dreamville sweater and my 2014 Forest Hill Drive 10-year anniversary hat. Jermaine Cole.
Jermaine Cole.
After 6 years, on the end of the KOD, it says the intro to the Fall Off. This has been an idea since 2018, which I think that's insane when an artist has like that much forethought into like what they're gonna release into the future. J. Cole announced that his album will be dropping on 2/6. Shout out to the 2/6. How are you? What is your J. Cole fandom like? Because for me, he's my GOAT, and I could go on for days about him.
Bro, I feel like, I don't know why people hate on J. Cole so much when he's one of the best lyrical people pretty much ever in our generation, but pretty much ever. I feel like Cole is one of those people, he's relatable. Like like every experience he's been through, you feel like you've been through in general, man. And with him, he's humble, he's down to earth, he's still riding on his bike, and it resonates. It you could feel that through the music as well, man.
Yeah.
I remember hearing Forest Hills Drive for the very first time, but even before that, Born Sinner. After seeing that She Knows video, it was on. I remember watching. I think it was 106 in Park, and I saw that video for the first time. I was like, "Dang, this is actually that hit me." And like his music like hits you in a different type of way. It makes you feel different emotions, man. So I love J. Cole.
Yeah, Crooked Smile was the first album for me off that album. I used to have buck teeth. I was loving Crooked Smile. I learned it on the piano, and I've said this before in the pod, but I thought Drake, Kendrick, and Cole represent like these three different types of hip hop, where Cole's like that, literally the middle child, not to use his own song with him, where Kendrick is more the quiet type, artsy, like don't know too much about his life. Drake lives the lavish, like what is it actually like to be live that lavish lifestyle of a hip hop artist? Like you get Drake showing all the cars, the money, the vacations, and Cole's that perfect medium of he's not completely a secret. He keeps that, he says he wears his bummy clothing. You might see him in New York City on a bike, which is my dream. And he's just always hit for me the hardest. Just something about his way with words. I mean,
he's a wordsmith.
He's insane.
He's not even just a wordsmith, but he knows how to tell a story. Like storytelling for him is out of this world. He knows how to put things into perspective that you resonate with. And that's what I love about J. Cole, man. He's real. Like you said, from his lifestyle, from him not buying all the fancy clothes, from him just being out in the streets. No security, just him riding a bike, being with the community, being with his fans. And that's beautiful when artists get to show that side of themselves, because there's some artists, we don't get to see that side. They be out the way. Some of them are mysterious, which is technically nothing wrong with that, but it's refreshing to see somebody that's with the people that you feel like they your friend,
100%. That's how I felt with Mac Miller too. I always felt like I think I'm like I think narcissistically I'd be best friends with him if I ever knew this guy. And
exactly.
You see the humor with him, and you see the videos, and you hear like he's so open in his songs. And Cole, your storytelling point. There's a song called Javari that's like a low key cut that's only on YouTube for most people who know that song. And it's insane. Like you could close your eyes and you're just like seeing that movie in your head.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's cinematic. All his like albums are cinematic, especially Forest Hills Drive. It takes you back to like childhood. Yeah. Basically for me, man, it's beautiful.
Hopefully before this comes out, we don't get a track list, so this next question isn't completely obsolete. What features / producers? I don't know if he's doing his whole production thing on this or just a lead in his Dreamville camp.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see? We can start with the actual artist on the song.
I don't even know if he's going to even have any features. He may have a couple, but I feel like J. Cole is in that mode where he's like, I'm locked in. Like, he's tunnel vision. But if it were to have it, of course, Jid. I want more Jid and J. Cole songs, for sure. And I need more J. Cole. I need more J. Cole production. That's what I need, too.
It's underrated what songs he's made because he made the song with Corday and Anderson .Paak, R&P.
Yes.
He made Kendrick. Was it Ronald Reagan? Or what did he make?
I think it was no, it was
Someone Sex and 80. It's
High Power.
High Power.
Yeah.
He made My Boy with Wale. He's made so many great beats that are some of my favorite beats ever. And like in those tour vlogs, you can see him making stuff for Jay-Z.
Yes.
So I'm
That's
down.
hey, if we get a Jay-Z feature on the J. Cole project.
The last one was awful on the first album, so I would really love
Mr.
New Watch.
It was.
It's not it's actually I think the worst J. Cole song. I think it's an awful beat. it's a disgusting beat. It's not it.
It's not a buzz, but it would just be like, dang, Jay-Z and
Yeah.
J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Because that's rare. But of course, Kendrick too. I would want to see that.
Yeah. I know Maul or one of them on their podcast was reporting that there was 2 Kendrick features, but now there's not. I can't imagine Drake or Cole's taking people off the album because of a beef from 2 years ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I wouldn't think that. Cole doesn't seem like that type of dude that would do that in the first place. You know,
it goes back. He's the middle child. He's the connection between these 2 guys.
He really is. He really is, man. I wanted him and Kendrick to drop the Black Friday album. Like a whole full type album. I know they did them 2 songs.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. Where's at least an EP? Something.
Yeah, I always thought Cole chose the wrong beat off that album. I thought Kendrick doing A Tale of Two Cities was such a harder beat that he was naturally going to make a way harder ass song. Cole should have gone black. I think Cole should have gone Black of the Berry versus doing All Right. But those songs are crazy. Kendrick won them.
It is.
I'll give it to Kendrick.
Kendrick mainly because the beat, really.
Yeah, it's such a hard beat. And he just he kept rapping. Ugh.
He was spazzing, bro. Spazzing.
I don't get how he can go almost 20, 15 years with 2 guys who are were friends and just no songs coming out either than the song on Born Sinner, which is just a chorus.
I mean, usually that happens because maybe you're just, I don't know. Because usually when you're friends with another person that's an artist, I don't think making music is like the first thing that you're like thinking of or like, oh, let's drop this. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just more, their relationship is probably more like we're close. We're just chopping it up about life. The music comes last. You know what I'm saying? And when the time comes, the time will come. So you never know. They might pop up with something. He might be on the album. And Kendrick maybe dropping this year. I don't know. I heard he may be, but that's far-fetched. But you never know. J. Cole could be on a Kendrick album. We never know.
I'm scared because my expectations for a song with them, like, it's not possible to reach what I want it to be, which is my favorite song ever. Like, what could ever reach that mark? It's kind of like when Drake and Cole dropped. And I'm like, all right, it was a good song, but, like, I wasn't blown away. But nothing's ever going to reach those expectations.
Yeah, that's high expectations. You talking about 2 of the top 3 in this generation.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to be high. It's going to be high, man.
And we got A$AP Rocky after years of pump faking and doing the Anthony Edwards Gatorade sip and not dropping. That new music video, because he's known he has the best music videos of all time.
He does.
This new one, I don't even understand how a human and I know you're a film guy and you like the edits. I don't know how a human being comes up with that.
I don't know, but the team behind Og is truly insane. Like you said, Rocky be having the best videos of all time. And I can see how people were like, bro, this is AI. But no, he's been doing this for a while. Like, they have a pretty creative camp where they're able to do things that are next level, bro. And I've been waiting for Rocky to drop for a while, like everybody else. I know he's been, like you said, pump faking. And it's been a headache, but we're here now, and the rollout to this is solid. Like, now that we fully locked in, it's solid now. But I've been waiting since testing. And for me, testing was amazing to me. For me personally, I know that's probably his weakest album, but I feel like that was kind of a launching pad to what he's finna do, on Friday, as far as like being experimental. Now, I feel like testing was truly underrated. Like, you go back to a lot of songs on that album, re-listen to it, you'll be like, it kind of aged well.
It's great, especially like I was in high school at the time, I think, when that came out. So that's just attached memories, like right there. Like Praise the Lord was getting played in the gym every single day.
Exactly.
At a time when like British rap was kind of just becoming more normalized in America, and you're hearing the Skepta, and you're like, okay, this is great.
It's crazy. You can't beat a Frank Ocean feature on Purity. Like, can't beat that at all.
It's incredible. I'm trying to think, are there any other albums that have been announced that we know for sure that are dropping in this year? Hopefully a new Doechii album. She just came out with the
Doechii, I think.
With the SZA track.
Doechii's probably supposed to be dropping. I don't know what Alchemist and Most Yasin Bey is dropping.
Yeah.
That's supposed to drop last year. I don't know.
Man, Yasin, they'll do that because they were teasing like the Black Star album for 3 years, and then they released it on the website where you had to purchase it. Which, like, respect your money. But I didn't end up bumping that as much as as maybe I would have.
Yeah, you had to, like, download it for something. It was like a podcast, just too, and it was just like, bro, I didn't want to go on my way to do all that. I heard some songs, but still, I'm not sure who else is dropping. I hope Baby Keem is dropping.
So he's headlining Gov Ball in New York City, which I thought is pretty crazy, not to be, like, disparage Baby Keem. I didn't know he was big enough to headline in general, let alone 5 years removed from his last album. So I would think that 4 years?
Damn. That's still a long time. Like, for an artist like him?
I don't necessarily think he's big enough to headline a festival.
Yeah.
And that must mean there has to be a project coming. Like, why else could he be headlining?
It has to be. He's doing that in All Points East in August. So he has to have something coming.
For the life of me, I can't understand artists not capitalizing on, like, how big of an artist he was and how big that album was. And then he got off tour, Mr. Morale tour with Kendrick.
Yeah. I mean, we got to just see how he's cooking. Because PG Lane, they do move a certain type of way. They move on their own timing.
They don't move. That's it.
They don't move. They just, chill.
It's like the SpongeBob, like, Rocky, you got it. Go when you want to go.
Exactly, bro. But Baby Keem is one of those artists that do have, like, a cult fan base, though.
Yeah.
So I could see how he does headline, and plus, it's anticipation. Like, folks been waiting. So I do understand that. But hopefully he drops something.
There's definitely a bell curve of anticipation of, as an artist, how well you can use it. Because for Rocky, there were certain points where I became like, I just drop it or don't drop it. I don't really care. And you need to drop that perfect top part of the graph.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, if you're J. Cole, do whatever you want. Like, take 6 years. If you're Kendrick, do whatever you want. And there's certain smaller artists, like, where's Kaz? I haven't heard a Kaz album in a while. And you're on Dreamville. Like, I don't get what happens.
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, why are we waiting? Like, are they still, like, working on the music, like, actively working on it? Or are they just, experiencing life? Because I feel like you do got to experience life. I heard Lauryn Hill say this, like, in order for her to make music, she got to experience life. But then again, she hasn't dropped out like 20
I guess she hasn't been experiencing life.
That's what I'm saying. But, like, I do understand sometimes. Sometimes you just be out the way and just want to live, without having the pressure of dropping. But it comes to a point in time where it's like, you do have to be an artist at some point. At some point, but
I always had the same take on Frank Ocean and we were talking before about Kobe and LeBron. I think Kobe and LeBron both had the mentality of, I'm one of the greatest at my craft ever. I owe it to the world to do it as long as I can at the highest level. And I always feel that way about Frank Ocean. You have an album that is ranked Apple Music top 10 albums of all time. How are you so good at something and you don't want to do it? That just confuses me. I know he might have his emotional things and his reasons. I
don't even think it's more as if he doesn't want to do it. I just think that he just wants to try new things. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with trying new things. And if Frank Ocean retired today, I think we would all be good. Like, honestly, because
till further notice, I think he's retired.
Yeah. Basically, like, he has a perfect discography already to me, to where he's able to do that. But I just think with certain artists, you get to a certain point in your creativity, we want to try something new. Like I know for me, I was before even I read music, I was doing like content creation where I was just making silly, cringy videos. You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point, and I was doing basketball reactions. I was doing reaction videos too. So it's just like I got to a point where it was like it wasn't fulfilling. Like I wanted to stop doing that, and so I transitioned to music, and it brought a lot more fulfillment. Honestly, I read music changed my life because of not only that. I met my fiance through I read music. Thank you, and I just met a lot of people and had a lot of more opportunities than I ever could have imagined from I read music as it is. And I didn't even think I would do music. Like I always loved music, but I didn't think I would actually actively be within the music space.
Yeah.
So I just think as a creative, like you just want to try something new. You see that with Casanet right now. Like he's pivoting to fashion. He's pivoting to more things that are going to elevate him and make him better. Like it's not that it's not like you don't want to do it anymore. Because I do get the sentiment that's like, this is the thing that put you on top. Why would you abandon the people, that love you for this certain thing? But then again, it's like people putting you in that box. I feel as artists, we don't want to be put in a certain type of box. Like I don't want to just be known for, oh, he makes videos. No, I want to film actual movies. I want to put together a whole music festival. Like I'm gonna do those things. Not even want to. I'm gonna do those things.
There we go.
But it's just like I want to do things on the highest creative level as possible. And of course, people don't see that right now because it's your vision. So that's the same thing with Frank Ocean. I know it was kind of a loop, but like,
No,
that's the same thing
that.
with Frank Ocean trying to experience it, man. So.
Well, I want to get into I Breathe Music and the start of it because I know you were in school and left to do content creation full time back in 2019. And there's a lot of people, such as me, who are like, how the hell does someone get a page up to 300,000 on Instagram? What was the initial vision? There's a lot of pages that talk about music. What was your vision for it that you're like, I'm going to do this in a different way? Obviously, you have your very unique video format that you've crafted that, like, if someone else did it, you'd be like, they're copying RJ. Like, I know what that's coming from.
Yeah. So I read music, man. It wasn't even what it is right now. Like, I didn't even envision it how it is right now. It kind of just came about. I just got to credit God for doing that. But I initially, I came up with the idea while dropping off my sister up at work. Like, literally, I was watching the Fantanos of the world, the Mallory Bros. I was just looking at them. I was like, bro, I could do this too, because I was already doing content creation and I wanted to talk about music. So I was like, man, let me go ahead and do this. So I started off with talking videos. I started off with the mic, talking about this sample, this MF Doom sample came from this and this, that, and the third, like educational music type of vibes. But it was like one email that like kind of changed the whole landscape of IBreatheMusicAllDay music. It was an email of my first artist that wanted to do a video for them, talking about their music and stuff like that. It was Will Cherry. And that was kind of that was a full circle moment too, because I got to co-produce on his album from last year or the year before. And so they hit me up, Andrea hit me up in an email with like, I got this artist, Will Cherry, we saw your page. And at that point, I was like, oh, wow, people actually, taking notice. And when we do that, so that was like my first video that I ever did of like a newer up-and-coming artist. And so I kind of just ran with that. Like I did more. I transitioned to like more of the Fish Island videos and started being more creative visuals with helping out artists and stuff like that. And it grew, like it exploded in such a short amount of time. I'm like, whoa, like I really got something here. Let me cultivate this, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was different from any other pages is because I don't even like to call myself a page. It's more of like a world because I'm building out a world, and I feel like what I do is more of like a diary, like my journal, in the way that I even post and the way that I approach things. It's like non-conventional for like a regular music platform as it is.
Yeah, you are very open in your posts because you'll do like a long paragraph, and I think it's cool because I think it makes you more of a community. It makes people feel more engaged with you, and they're like, "Oh, I know RJ."
Yeah, I just want people to resonate with me, not only with music but with life. As I said, I read music is more of like a lifestyle in a sense for people. It's a space where people can come and be a community and be themselves without having to, shy away from, oh, I can't talk about my feelings. Oh, I can't talk about this, or I have an opinion. I can't. No, you're able to do that here. We're able to just talk openly and honestly and be able to show all the pretty sides of ourselves, all the ugly
Yeah.
sides of ourselves, man. And it's just the community is beautiful. It truly is in music. I know a lot of people say that the music industry is hard as it is. It is hard. It is tough. You do go through ups and downs, and it's a roller coaster. But once you have your community, once you meet the people that you meet, like I'm thankful that I met so many genuine people in music that actually love the music, that on the same mission to
Mm-hmm.
want to get the best music out there. It's a lot of them out there. You just got to find them, or they'll find you because of how you're coming off, how you approach the things, and people will see that. People just want realness, and that's how I approach I read music as it is, man. Like you said, I probably put a paragraph on how I'm feeling. I'm not afraid of that. Like I've been working with it's really me showing people how much I'm growing. Like I'm growing in front of people's eyes while we're all experiencing music and art together. And I just want people to know that, like, bro, you could literally do the same thing, through whatever you do. Just be real.
And how do you, I'm curious from the business perspective, how do you, at this point, go about your business in terms of knowing what music to post and separating maybe stuff that people reach out to you versus I just found this artist and I just want to like make their day and use my page to like push something I found from them?
Yeah, I do both. All the time, I'm just posting. Most of the times when you see my like posting stuff like that, it's people that I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna just post it just because. That's pretty much my process all the time. But I feel like these past couple years, I've been learning the business side of things. Cause now I'm getting more opportunities and getting a lot more cheddar cheese. I can't lie.
Hey, congrats.
It's really
It's
good,
all good.
but I'm working with a lot of labels, a lot of artists, a lot of indie people, a lot of people on the business side of things, and I'm getting that in order. Like I'm just now getting together my LLC, my trademark. So
Yeah.
I'm learning the game piece by piece, not only from a creative side, but how to also build an empire, how to build a business as well. So I'm just now becoming like more, even financial literacy, having more financial literacy
Yeah.
and learning even the music business side of things and how things work because I do produce music as well. And so I'm learning that side of it. And it could be a pain. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't feel like learning it, but I have to
Yeah.
for the sake of if I want to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing though. Like I'm just now learning a lot of things and it's a process, but I love it. I love it.
Are there people or pages or companies that you look up to that you're like, I kind of want to build my version of that?
Bro, shout out to Annabelle, what she's built
Yeah. It's
with the
awesome.
community that she's built. I remember I went to LA back in November and went to her show with the Neapolitans stuff. And I was like, dang, like, this is crazy. Like, she's really built a, a cult fan
Mm-hmm.
base and community. Like, it was just amazing to see her put all that together and to see her build her team. Like, that's what inspired me because now I have people on my team now I built together a team of creatives and I saw her, I was like, dang, like that's actually cool and smart, building systems and stuff like that, like building people who are on the same mission, who want to help elevate the platform. So I kind of took that and was like, that was a huge inspiration for me. Who else? Archangel, it's not necessarily a music page, but it's more
Mm-hmm.
of like music, fashion, film, and all that. He's crazy with it as far as like aesthetics and being tapped into like the culture in general. Who else? Of course, on the radar. I've had conversations with
Yeah.
Gabe, and he's been a huge help during this process. Like as far as like we were talking about business, he'll put me on game, give me a lot of
Yeah.
gems as far as that and what he's been through and what he's going through and stuff like that. So it's just amazing to be connected with such people who are on a level that you want to be at. You know,
For
it's
sure.
inspiring, man.
And your DMs, I imagine, are flooded. I know I experienced the other end of that, of reaching
Yeah.
out to you. Everyone probably wants to be on your page. What stands out to you, creativity wise, music wise, when people are like, "How do I get my music in front of someone and actually stand out amongst, all the fishes in the sea they got in music now?"
It's that's such like a I have different answers for that question. Cause it's mainly like I could be randomly scrolling through my DMs one day. Cause not like all the time I'm checking them, but like
Yeah.
when I do check them, I probably just click on a random one and it'd be like, hey, I found this or check out my music. And I check it out and I'll be like, hey, then the next day their music is on my page. Then sometimes I'll probably be stalking, somebody
Yeah.
else's story on like and the music they post in the artist. And I'll be like, hey, this fine. Let me go down a rabbit hole. And then I find another artist and another artist and another artist. So and then I'll be on TikTok just scrolling and find random music. Like it's a lot of ways to find music. Like it's not even hard. And when you come to a certain point, at this level, good music finds you at
Yeah.
this point. Like people oftentimes want to bring up music, and it can be hard sometimes because you can't say yes to everybody, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And it's kind of tough too because I know it's like kind of like contradicting, but it's like sometimes it'd be a ton of music, too much music to listen to. And I'm like, I still haven't listened to this from last year. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still I'm still, yeah, I'm still in that process of listening to things. Like I need to make like a watch list for movies, a watch list for like music stuff that I need to listen to. And it'd be a lot of times where people will send me stuff and I won't listen to it instantly, but I will kind of go back. And sometimes people will send me their music and it would be like, they send it to me like a week ago. And then it would be a month would go by. And mind you, I'm not trying to not listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, it finds me. Like somehow, I'll be like, oh snap, this is cold. And then I look back at the deal, I'm like, oh, they
Yeah.
send me it. So it's just different ways of like how I process listening to the music and how I even listen to music in general.
Yeah, and to your point, like it is hard when your career is listening to new music to then continue listening on repeat the music you do love because that's the most fun part of music is like finding that album and like playing it to death. But then there's a new album coming out next week and a new album coming the next week. I was even talking to Gabe about that. I'm like, you must listen to 1,000 of people. Like, how do you even do it?
Yep. Yeah, that's
But
how it be. Like listening to a ton of people, but it'd be seasons where I remember towards the end of like last year, I wasn't really listening to that much music. I was kind of just living life,
yeah,
and I really didn't have the time to really truly sit down and like listen to music. Because when I listen to music, I'm either outside in nature, or sitting down, or in my headphones if I'm traveling somewhere or something like that because I want to give it my undivided attention. I just don't want to
yeah.
give it a passive listen and be like, oh yeah, I heard that. And then I have nothing to say about it or resonate with it. So yeah, it'd be seasons where you don't even listen to the music. But it'd be seasons where you're heavily invested in the music and you have to. But it just depends. It just depends on the season.
And I saw that you tweeted once. I despise when people say music isn't good anymore. I don't think you're looking hard enough, which is facts. I hate when people are like hip hop's dead. Like you could find literally any form of hip hop right now at the top of its form. Like there's so many niche.
Exactly.
We're in the era of like niche communities and niche styles of hip hop. So you kind of touched on this already, saying that you find a lot of your music just randomly in the timeline. But who are your go-to sources for finding new people out?
Ooh, my new go-to sources. It's this account called Reiku. It's like REKIOU or something like that. They always posting fire music. Sleeping on Gems is always posting great music. Recently I've been headed to Twitter. Twitter will sometimes put me on to good music. as well. Of course, that good stuff. Annabelle, LC, Damon. Who am I missing? Saving Connie. Sound Fine. It's a lot of diabolical discs. All of them folks, like honestly, yeah, and myself. Like,
It's not just surprise yourself.
and then YouTube. YouTube is your best friend for finding new music.
Okay.
They always have the most fire music videos that will randomly pop up in your algorithm, and they will have literally like 1,000 or like 500 views, and then like the next week, it'd be like 50K. It's like, what the world? That's how I discovered the Tajay. The Tajay
Really?
literally had the Janice video on YouTube, and I was like, bro, this is crazy. How does this have less views, like so little views, and then all of a sudden he just pops off? I was like, but YouTube, like literally the #1 search platform for videos. So YouTube will be your best friend.
I gotta get my YouTube bag.
Yeah, like YouTube will put you on to some gems, bro. I'm telling you.
And so I want to talk about your music. 'Cause I know as a creator, like I started making music too when I was like 15, and I always felt like I used to rap a little bit. Still kind of.
Hold on, you
more
sound
casually. What you say? Yeah.
I see you some beats.
I used to be my J. Cole bag. I still do it from time to time. Was making music always a thing for you, or was that something like a recent? Because the beats are crazy, and it sounds like someone who's put their 10,000 hours in.
Yeah, so when I was little, I used to play piano. I used to, for my school, we had recitals, like, and all that. I was on the piano, but I didn't really play music. I didn't really, like, make music while growing up, besides playing piano while in school. I've always had an interest. You know, my auntie, when we visit my family in Sacramento, California, we was always, you know, play around with, you know, the pianos, the guitar. She's a musician, so she's like the only musician in my family, so we would kind of play around with her with that. But other than that, I really didn't make any music until I think it was a little after I dropped out of college and I started to toy with FL Studio. It was more of like a hobby. I wasn't like trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm finna be the next, yay, you know what I'm saying? But it was just more of like, oh, this is fun, you know what I'm saying? But it was kind of on and off, so I wasn't really serious about it. But I started to become serious about it in like 2023. I started really just putting out stuff on SoundCloud, some flips, and I started releasing songs with my artist friends. And that's where it all started. And then I started to put out projects, and I just kind of just was figuring it out from then, because it was kind of like a non-traditional route. Like I didn't have like a formal music background where I was making music since I was a kid and my whole life. Like real deal, I just really just started producing in hindsight of all things. So
100,000 streams on the tape. I mean, like, how's that feel?
It's crazy to see it in reality, because even before it came out, I had like an intention that I was like, okay, I want people to resonate with this, and I know that people are gonna resonate with this album. And not only because of that, it's because it's personal. Like literally, it's about my fiance, who I've grown in love with over time, and we met through IBreatheMusic. And I made the first tape, not the Me and More Per Vida, but the other one, the first one.
Don't even know the name of your own album. Just too much music going on in your life.
It's too much stuff going on in my head, music going on in my head. But I made that beat tape for her, and it didn't have any features out. It had one feature. That was FBD Amari. Shout out FBD Amari. You got to tap into his music.
Word.
But it was just one feature, and I was that was like my first like official like project where I like put my all into. And so with this one, I wanted to make it special. I initially had like the idea of making it within a week, and it was just gonna be a straight up beat tape, and I was just gonna release it. But folks wanted to hop on it. A lot of my artist friends wanted to hop on it. And I was like, okay, cool. So that week turned into like, it wasn't that long anyway. It was like 2 months, maybe, in the whole thing. Because I already had most of the beats already made and stuff like that. But, man, it was just a beautiful thing to see. Like, even the rollout. The rollout was just so, like, it's, because I've always written, I think as a creative, you got to understand, like, when you write stuff down and when you, like, envision it in your head, like, you already know that's the vision is going to come to light. But it's like seeing it, it was, like, emotionally overwhelming in a sense for me. Because I was like, for me personally, like, I've been labeled, like, people just know me for videos, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've been labeled a content creator, like, your whole life. And nobody sees you as anything else. So to get that reception from creating my own art with the music, that just touched my soul. And I'm like, it was crazy. Like, I didn't even care if it did 100,000. Long as people listened to it, bro, I was satisfied. But the fact that it reached that type of status where it's like, oh, snap, maybe we do need to, take them serious and stuff like that. I felt like a certain, power with that. So now it's like, okay, I am an artist. Like, you truly have to believe in your work and your craft. Like, it will find its audience, and it was beautiful how that whole thing just got put together, man, and the people on it, and shout out to Wifey. Killed it. Man, bro, like
one of the rappers said, "My words like glass because I keep reflecting." I was like, "It's a great."
I think that's Ian. That's Ian. Ian Tyler. He really blessed the project. He was on most of the songs, and he just been a cornerstone. Like, we was kind of going through similar things, and we resonated on certain things with relationships and stuff like that, and that's how we really got to tap into those songs. And I feel like those are the best songs on the album, with us just doing our thing on them. Like, those are really, like, for me, like, generational type songs for me personally. I could go back and listen to them myself. Like, usually with art, it's kind of like you just put it out there and don't listen to it again. But, like, some of the songs on the project, I could honestly, like, listen to it and be like, oh, snap. Like, this is something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But all the artists on there, blessed it. Even my friend, one of my best friends since 7th grade was on there, like, during the interlude, and I'm glad I got to get him on there too. But it's just amazing, man. I feel blessed to just be an artist and share my art to the people.
It's awesome, man. Hearing you talk about it, it's got me fired up. I might need to get back into my notebook or something.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's a different type of feeling. Like, it's a different type of spirit when you actually get into your creative bag, especially with music or with film and stuff like that. It's a different type of fulfillment that you get. Like, I know, like, for you, example, you interview a lot of people. I don't know if that's your end goal or anything like that. I know you interview a lot of people, but I know it's something nudging in the back of your mind, like, dang, I'm itching to do something even more creative on a more creative level. So I would say lean into that.
Yeah.
And dive into it more and cultivate it, man, because you never know.
Never.
You never know.
Well, bro, I appreciate you so much for coming on. As I said before, I'm a massive fan of your platform, and I think it's so incredible. And I want to give you a spot to shout out anything you got coming, and where the people can find you.
Yo, so of course we got. I'm not gonna give away any music that's coming up, but I do got a upcoming collab album that's gonna come out pretty soon, within the next couple months. A lot more collab albums throughout this year in general, but IBreatheMusic, Music, we're planning another LA show too. More music videos, more filming, getting in the directing bag too. I'm just excited for this year. This year feels like it's the year of execution. You know what I'm saying? It's the year where you can actually put the ideas out and put them into reality, bro. I'm just super excited for everybody to share the ideas. But you can find me at IBreatheMusicAllDay on all platforms, IG, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all of that, man. Thank you, Adam, for having me, bro. Thank you.
Of course,
Thank you,
man.
Thank you, bro, for having
And
me, man.
if you guys made it to the end of the podcast, I love you. God bless you. You can find me Adam-DASH_ on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Soundcentric Music, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. We've had amazing episodes, and like RJ said, this is the year of execution, so we're gonna get after it, and we will see you next time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.